sweatpants at Stella's in the morning. In line for a table, but the locals are swarming. Gotta get my coffee or soon I'll be snoring. Lazy Sundays never get boring, telling Syracuse stories.
Welcome to Syracuse Stories. I'm Sarah Rizzo.
And I'm Joanne Lee. Today we will get to know Phil Benedict.
Phil is a boxing coach and a self-defense teacher here at SU.
His lessons have impacted a number of students here in many ways. Let's take a look.
No, I don't like to talk about myself. Born and raised in Syracuse. Did some time in the military, came back, worked a few jobs, got a job here at Syracuse University. Was a cop, martial artist, kickboxer, boxer, all around awesome individual. Modest. I started when I was younger in the martial arts and moved to boxing because it seemed a little bit more fun, and I went back to the martial arts and started doing the kickboxing, started getting back into the boxing because of the kickboxing, and then I just kept progressing there. I got my 4th degree and kind of just was looking for more fun things to do. So right now, besides coaching the boxing team, I also teach the women's self-defense here on campus, and I'm a master's division boxer. Syracuse has a really great tradition of boxing. It's a sport that requires you, the individual, to overcome the diversities of what the sport represents. I mean, I tell the boxers when they lose, by points or whatever, you haven't lost anything, because it takes a certain individual to climb up those stairs, climb through those ropes, and then when the bell rings, to go out in the middle and duke it out. And it's not for everybody. It's one of the most brutal sports. I mean, let's call an orange here. It's tough. I mean, one of the things you're going to do is to have somebody hit you in the head. So I find it amazing, but we give them top quality training, of course. Everyone is treated the same. I don't care if you're knocking people out, you're winning national championships, you're only as good as what your teammate is. It's about the individual in the ring. But the guy that's in the ring can look around the ring and see all of the team cheering him on. One of the things I pride ourselves with the boxing team is that we have some of the smartest people on campus boxing. They're smart, they're eager, and I don't know why they chose to have somebody hitting them in the head, considering they're going to college, but they're really good kids and they really rock and roll. So why else wouldn't I stay for Syracuse and Syracuse boxing?
Besides the check kick, you do some front kicks.
It's through the exercise science program through the School of Education. I was asked, they put the job up for bid last year, and I bid on it, and they were hesitant about having a male teach the female self-defense, only because of the awkwardness of, well, you're teaching me to defend against people like you. But that's not the case. What I show them is what they need to defend themselves. I try to make it fun. They embarrass me more than I can ever think about embarrassing them. But it's a great program. I think it should be a requirement for freshmen, just so they feel a little bit more confident about maneuvering around campus. Yeah, I'd love to be the director of the program, but again, I want it to work for the students. I think it's a great thing. I'd really like to see that program expanded for the safety of the women on campus. Maybe even have a few of the guys come down. I want them to be able to experience dealing with a male. It's a whole different body language and everything, and I bring the boxing team down. I ask the ladies not to hurt them too bad. That doesn't usually happen. They usually hurt them pretty good. But they like the fact that the guys are down there and they actually have a large male that's grabbing them and they're defending against them relatively easy. So I'd like to see the program expand that way, so that it's something that, not that it says that the campus is unsafe, but it gives them the confidence. I told the girls and the ladies in the class and my boxers that, it's the attitude, it's your presence, it's your voice command, it's it's that confidence that you're willing to defend yourself. It's your body, it's your life, your space, whatever you want to call it, and no one, is going to be a victim for anything. And I work very hard to make sure that doesn't happen.
And now we'll hear from Phil's students.
They'll tell us how his lessons have changed their Syracuse University experience. So what originally made you join the boxing team?
So basically what happened is that I was recruited for rowing, but I got injured very early. And so I've always done something sports-wise since I was very, very young. And so I just needed something new to do. And I found, oh, hey, there's a boxing club on campus. And boxing or pro boxing was illegal up until very recently in Norway. So it was sort of the forbidden fruit that I had to try out. And that's how I ended up here.
Could you tell us your name?
I'm Alice.
Alice, could you tell me why you decided to join the boxing team?
So I wanted a good workout, and I wanted to learn how to fight. I've always wanted to do boxing, and so I joined the club, yeah.
Would you say joining the club has boosted your confidence as a student on campus or just in general?
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel a lot stronger physically, but also mentally, because I'm learning to keep fighting, literally. So yeah, no, definitely, and I feel way more confident, yeah.
So what made you join the boxing team?
Oh, well, I always liked fighting, almost kind of challenging myself with other martial artists. And I wanted a really good foundation. I felt like boxing was the best thing I could do. So one, get in shape, and two, compete with other people.
Do you see boxing becoming more popular among females?
Oh my, man. So quick story, honestly, one punch I really hated in boxing was the uppercut. I could not do it for the life of me. Person who taught me at the gym was this girl who was a senior when I was a freshman, right? And she was literally my coach in uppercuts, hooks, everything. Up until then, I was just throwing straight punches. She helped me with the hook, her with the uppercuts. Her name was Sam. She was a physics major like me, and she was amazing. Her punches were like knives. I feel like boxing already belongs to women. There's so many notable athletes in boxing, kickboxing, mixed martial arts, that they own the field just as much as we do.
What's the most important thing that you learned or accomplished being on the boxing team here?
Well, I think it's pushing myself, my limits, and knowing that I can do more. Because whenever I have a bad day at school and I come here, I practice, it's kind of I can let the bad emotions out and work on myself as a person.
Do you feel even safer now that you've joined, now that you know all these techniques?
Well, I took self-defense for women first semester, so that makes me feel safe.
Did you join the self-defense class?
I needed another credit and I figured it just seems like something I've always wanted to do, just because I'm a small girl and I've always been underestimated by my guy friends, and it's just well, maybe I could try to teach them something different.
Yeah, so last semester I was in a course, inter-dialogue course, and in the class, at least half of them were survivors. And so it was kind of it hit me that this happens on campus. So when I heard about this, I was like, oh, okay, I should probably take it.
What did you gain from the course so far?
Cool moves. I think I feel slightly more prepared.
I definitely feel more confident in my abilities, just because I never imagined me being able to do all these things with such ease. So I've definitely felt more confident in my abilities to do something.
And do you guys feel safer on campus now that you've taken this course?
No, I don't know, but I do feel more prepared. Yeah.
I would agree.
Yeah. Not safer on campus.
Yeah.
So why are you guys taking the self-defense class?
Well, I'm from New York City, and there are a lot of times that I'll see walking around that it's really not a safe place for young women. And so this class is just a good way to make myself feel safer when I'm there. I grew up with a military family, so I wanted to learn how to protect myself, especially in a new city, because I just transferred from 3 hours away, so I wanted to learn how to protect myself.
What do you guys gain from the class so far?
Really just more of a sense of security, and that I can take care of myself rather than waiting for somebody else to help me.
Same, definitely.
And do you guys feel safer on campus now that you've taken the class?
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm starting to trust myself a little more, and now that I've learned more moves, I feel more safer with myself.
Welcome back. Now Alessia and Sonia learned some moves in Phil's self-defense class.
Let's take a look.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do, right? We're going to work the force continuum, okay? Basically what it is, it's a response to the threat level, okay? It's like a step, okay? First and foremost is your presence. Present yourself as somebody that's confident, okay? You present yourself as somebody that, I might not want to deal with it. So then the next is voice command, okay? And then we'll go into some simple holds and grabs, okay? So what I want you to do is you're going to look at each other, all right? You're going to be standing straight up, you know? What we like to do is what's called an interview stance or lady stance, okay? When you have a threat, okay? Like, if you saw me in a dark alley, you'd be like, whoa. Okay, I'm one of the good guys. But, you know, you'd step back and lay yourself up. Put your power side back, and you have your hands up, just in case, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to do that with each other, okay? So you're going to blade off, step back, there you go, your hands are going to be up. Let me know if I'm going too fast, okay? Not like you want to kill them, like if you want to be relaxed, okay? You don't know if it's a real threat, okay? All right? As they continue moving towards you, that's where your hands should come up into a ready position, because now the threat level is rising. Right? No! Okay, did we miss the point, Tristan? You okay? Stop, yeah. Plus effective, you're also grab. Yeah, go. It's going to be a straight on or straight on? It's straight on. So you're going to see, straight. So now you're going to step back with that leg. Don't say no! Okay, so we'll do a double wrist grab, okay? So just to review, single, crossover, double. Okay, so double is, the regular straight out, okay? Right? So what you can do is either high wrist, which is moving towards your opponent, or low wrist, okay? So high wrist, you bring it up, clear. Low wrist, you're stepping away against it, down, okay, right? From there, just so you know, this one here makes a strike. I'm not going to hit you. I haven't hurt anybody. What time is it? No. With this, as you're clearing out with the stepping back here, because most people, they don't grab your legs. They're here. Okay? So when you're stepping back away from them, okay, you're driving down, clearing, you come in with the knee. I punch down. So I make the grab, punch down. If you can see, it opens up a little here where she kind of hold me here and grab. And when I punch down, it creates a moment, okay, which loosens her grip. And then what I do is I either throw backwards, or as I'm punching through, throw around. Okay?
So could you finish the sentence for me? Coach Benedict is...
Awesome! Coach Benedict is loving life because life is in really good hands, I guess. I think Coach Benedict is grateful that he has this opportunity to interact with you wonderful people because it makes me a better human being.
What is your philosophy in life?
Never let anyone tell you no. If I did, I wouldn't be here right now. No, never let anybody say no. Life is awesome.
That's our story for tonight, but there are many more to tell.
If you have a story you'd like to share with us, please email SyracuseStoriesTV@gmail.com.
I'm Joanne Lee.
And I'm Sarah Rizzo. Thanks for watching.